Hey YouTube, Windraiser here, and today I'm coming to you with another Transformers review and a look at the final member of the aerial bots. This may be a little bit longer than the other four because it is Silverbolt, and Silverbolt is basically forms up the leader of the team as well as the entirety of the main torso of the combiner Silverbolt or Superion. But I have him here with his gun attached to the bottom, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Ugh. And go ahead and fold down his landing gear. And I do like his gun because it does resemble his original gun. And it does come apart for some reason, being a... Here, I'll show it off real quick. A gun and shield. And we'll get on to that in a minute. I'm going to put those right there. But here you have Silverbolt in his Concorde jet mode. And after looking at pictures of the new Silverbolt for Age of the Primes, I'm more akin to this one. Yes, the other one looks closer to the toy, but the nose cone on that one is so small that to me, it really can't do that. It can't do the true nose droop that the Concorde jet is known for. But just like every other member of this aerial bots, he does have replicable labels. Most of them are in his robot mode. But here we have little windows here on the side. We have this gold strip all the way down with his name on it. We do have a nice detail rep labels here on the tail fin, and they have like a little stars on the top part right here. Not coming up very well. We do have the black and gold right here. The Autobot symbol is decoed in. We do have some gold and black here, as well as some black spots here. That's all the rep labels for jet mode. The rest, and we do have this piece. It's supposed to be white, but it's coming up. To me, it's silver. But that's all the rep labels for him in jet mode. He does have more in robot mode. But he's this nice cream off-white color. We do have the thrusters here. These are the small thrusters, painted silver, and they are dinky as can be. The nose cone here is soft rubber plastic, as well as the tip of the jet. The cockpit area is painted with black paint. They could have painted the strut and the wheel. That's just my opinion. Oh, and when you have the gun and shield combined underneath him, he does have a faux wheel right here on the shield. So he has his secondary landing gear. The other landing gear are back here, and they are just molded into place. So none of these wheels roll. Now, like I said, I have had, when I did Air Raid's review, I did have a version of this figure. Not in rep labels, but on mine, right here, right where that line is, right there, just right there, the wing on that one snapped. Don't know how, it just snapped off when I went to go transform it. And I would just leave it on the arm as a pseudo shield. So be careful with that on your Silverbolt figures. Here he is next to Dreadwing. And about the same length. I'm trying to get the nose cones to touch the bottom of the screen. About the same, almost the same length. Silverbolt has them a bit, but width, Dreadwing has them on his wings. So we do have that. So let's go ahead and get into his transformation. And this guy is decked in not just rubber labels, but ratchets. So go ahead and fold that up. Fold this down. Either way you prefer. Take the nose cone and canopy and fold it up at the first hinge, and then fold it back at this hinge until it all just lays together. There are slots right by the Autobot symbol right there that will slot onto these wings, like so, and like so. They just basically sit there. So once you have that, rotate it to 180. Basically, this is the robot. We've already folded up the jet. There's the robot. So go ahead and bring on the arm, rotate it, bring out the arm, and rotate it. Go ahead and unpeg the legs, and they are pegged in by this tab right here in a slot that is basically right there where the joint is here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's right there. So once you have that, bring that down, fold out the foot, fold this in, flip out the heel, and rotate the foot in place. Same on the other side. Rotate out the foot, fold this in, fold out the heel, rotate the leg, bring the arms down, open up the chest, bring up the head, rotate the head around before you put it into place, all the way, and then close it up. And there we have Silverbolt in his robot mode, and you can see the more of the rep labels here in his robot mode. Very nice. We do have the gold all the way around the biceps, just here inside. We have another gold panel here. That black and gold panel here. We have more here on his shoulders. More here, gold ones on his weight, on his legs, as well as that same panel that is here at the base of the ankle and the tip of his toe. Very nicely done. I do love this Silverbolt. The other version of the Silverbolt that I had was from the Transformers Generations 2.0, and that was the Sky Shadow version. And it was a good mold. That was a good figure. It just couldn't combine. So, I do like the head. Very nice. Very akin to the character. His head is on a ball joint, so there's up and down, there's side to side. He can rotate it a full 360. His face is that nice silver with the nice blue eyes. We got some silver here on the pecs and some red. That weird orange is all throughout the figure. So there is that. Posability. Ball joint at the head. Ratchet at the shoulder. For forward and back. Ratchet for in and out. Bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist. No waist articulation. Ratchet at the legs. You can't go back any further than that. Ratchet for in and out, but it's a soft detent. Thigh swivel. And there is a bend at the knee, but you can also use that secondary joint for a double bend. Nothing at the feet except for they can go up and down. The heel can move in and out. So that's really it for posability on him. And just like I said before, with the other aerial bots, in his legs and his forearms, we have pistons molded in. Very nice hidden detail again. A nice hit for the Combiner, another score for the Combiner War figures. Now, size-by-size comparison, we're going to do Toxitron, so you can see how tall he is. He's about the same size as your current Commander class or Leader class figures. But next to a Commander class, and the only one I still have him back here. Come on. Here he is next to a Commander class Magmatron. So you can see how tall he is. I want to see a size-by-size of him next to, what's his name? The Commander class Jetfire. I need to get a hold of that figure. So we're going to go from this into combine mode. So what we're going to do is bend the elbows so we flip into place. We're going to take the head, open it up, bring this back, rotate it around, fold it all the way back, close it into place. We're going to rotate the arms to where the fist is pointing straight up. And then bring him in. So, all the way up, bring it in. Now we're going to flip it around. Just like this. Fold the heels in. And we're basically going to take the legs and put them back the way they were in jet mode. Oop, hold that foot in. You want them looking like that. Now, what we're going to do from here is we're going to prep this open. We're going to grab this piece right here, and this is going to bring out the rope combiner head. Take this Autobot symbol here, bring that up, bring out the antenna, fold the head down, and there's this tab that will peg into a slot right there. And then just bring these in, interlock them, and close them into place. I need to get the kit for his new antennas. Then we take these pieces, fold them down, take the fists, fold them all the way back. And now we have the torso ready to go. And before I get into combining the new labels we have, aside from the eyes, the eye visor, and this little piece right here, and the little silver bits and black pieces here, that's really it. Everything else is still the same. So now we're going to get into combining. So we're going to take the leg, slide that on, fold the fist down. Push it in. Slide that foot down. And the way you want to get these in is when you put them in, for all of them, even the legs, you want to come in at an angle, push on that little orange piece, this piece right here, push on that, and then slide down. That will give us the way they go down. And now we'll take the gun and combine it. I want to show it off with Air Raid or Silverbolt because it looks stupid in his arm. And what I had to do is basically just peg it here because technically he has it on his arm, but it doesn't fit very well no matter where you put it, so he ends up holding it. But there you have Superion in his combined mode, and I do love this figure. Very nice combined mode. From head to toe, like for me, this combination works than what we've been seeing for the new one, because the new one, Silverbolt, is basically has this connection piece just like Menasor did that connects to him in jet mode, which makes the alt mode look really stupid, in my opinion. And then it transforms into the skeletal structure of Superion's body, and Silverbolt just transforms into like the main torso bit with the head and plugs into it. That's it. It's just basically what they did with Menasor in the Legacy line. And to me, it's too much. Just make it to where Silverbolt just makes the majority of the torso and the guys make the limbs. That's it. That's it. You did it. Well, you guys did it. Hasbro, you did it perfectly here in Combiner Wars. You did it perfect here. You did it perfectly in Generation 1. You don't need to go that complex into transformation for a core figure and everything. But that's just me ranting. Everyone's opinion can be different. Now, if you have it to where these guys are down the legs and these guys are the arms and vice versa and whatnot, you're supposed to have two of these guns, one white and one black, and that's basically his other gun. And they would basically, well, if these weren't here, they would sit here and fill out his legs. And to me, that's just really dumb. So what I do is I just take this gun, peg it onto the back, and he has a jetpack. And we can go in and give him his gun, and voila. Now he is complete. Posability on this guy is without a doubt better than I would have thought it would have been. The head is on a swivel. The arms are on ratchets, so you have the combiner joint. So there's the in and out, forward and back. The waist here acts as the bicep swivel, and then we have the elbow bend, and then we have the wrist swivel for the hand foot. There's something for the waist because it makes up Silverbolt's torso. I'm going to swing this up. His legs, or his arms, make up the leg. So we have that thick ratchet, in and out, bicep swivel. Now you could use this as the knee, but then again, that just looks weird. His real knee joint, move the hand out of the way, is basically the connection for the where the robot's head is. Now, the reason why you wouldn't have it the other way, because they'd be hitting into that fist. These nose cones, I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna have to rotate one of these. It looks like that. Like you have, this would move, you have the joint, but it won't go anywhere. So that's why they had to do it, for it to work, to go this way. Now with the new one, they're gonna basically merge like they did in the Metasaur one, where I think it's Air Raid and Slingshot separate. One is the arm, one's the leg. They're doing that thing, but they've also done it to where they can split apart and be either or, which Metasaur cannot. Side by side comparison of him next to other figures. Here he is next to Toxitron, Rock'em Sock'em Brawn, and Commander Class. Ooh. His legs are doing something stupid. Magmatron. So he's almost the same size, or he's a little taller than a Commander Class. I do love that Magmatron. But yeah, Combiner Wars Superion. Like I said, after seeing how it's going to look for the new Age of the Primes, I am preferring this more than that new one that's going to be coming out. I'm going to stick with my Combiner Wars Superion, and that's going to be my combiner. I also know as of this recording, according to what I've been seeing on TF Wiki, there is going to be a Bruticus set for the Age of the Primes. They're bringing the Combaticons. I have the Generation 2 Combaticons. How they're going to look, don't know. They're probably going to do the same thing with Onslaught like they did with Motormaster, but it's probably going to work and look a lot better. So, I just realized. Gun barrel. But yeah, there you guys have it. There is my review for all 5 aerial bots and Superion. I know for the 5 limb bots, they were short, they were small, there was not much to it, but it's late for me. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So I wanted to rush it and get it out of the way. And I know I've have him and Silverbolt on review. The other 3 are new. But there you guys have it. There is my review for the Combiner Wars Superion and the aerial bots. I'm Windraiser, and I'll catch you on the next review.